welcome to another episode of the Power Rankings. I'm your Commissioner Nick, and it is week 7 already on the schedule. I can't believe how fast the regular season goes. We are halfway through the fantasy foosball season. So far, the first half, the Isadorzaks are running the league. Currently, and combined, we are on a 12-game winning streak. Brad's won 5 in a row. Frank the Tank's won 4 in a row. Me, I have won 3 in a row. We are absolutely running the league right now, and ladies and gentlemen, it is coming home this year. The Isadorzaks are taking home a championship. You heard it here first. So yeah, that's what's going on in fantasy foosball. In other news, the postseason, MLB postseason is still going on. I know a lot of you guys are Yankees fans, but I'm still repping the Guards. They got to dig themselves out of a hole here. But I'm confident, the series doesn't start till you lose one at home. So as long as Cleveland wins 3 in a row at home, we'll be fine. And if not, they can lose game 1. Yankees fans know what happened in 04. It could very well happen again this year. So not too worried about that. Brad's Mets are still alive. They got that magic right now. So, yeah. So I think that's just about it. I think that covers everything. I'm your Commissioner Nick, and let's get into those rankings.
Number 12. Got that dog in him. We have a new team in the basement this week as Luke dropped his 3rd game in a row and is now 1-5 on the season. The receivers had a pitiful game as Calvin Diddley Squat and Rashid Shaheed combined for just 3 points. And that's going to do it for Luke this season. He's now officially eliminated from the playoffs. Number 11. Hawk Tua. Oi, Drew's team lost again this week, making that 4 in a row now. And is now also 1-5 on the season. Oi, Drew, I told you last week, don't play any guys in the London game. And what did you do? You started 3 of them. Oi, oi, oi. Travis Etienne got bloody injured and had negative 0.1 points. And DJ Snore, who was jet-lagged, only had 6. You can go ahead and put the dun chain on this team. 1-5, this team is complete rubbish. Number 10. Poppy's prized possession. OCC, Brophy's team picked up a much-needed win over Beans to snap the losing skid. Jaden Daniels was back at it again with the White Vans and 22.7 points. Keenan All In found the fountain of youth and added 2 touchdowns and 21 points to seal the deal. Poppy, now 2-4 on the year, is still very alive in the playoff race. Number 9. The Process. Our reigning, defending, undisputed champion Ryan suffered his 3rd straight loss and is now 2-4 on the season. Ryan got a little unlucky this week as most of his team performed pretty well, but unfortunately he played Jerry's team that went off this week and nobody was beating him. Ryan's in a tough spot right now. Need to start putting the pedal to the metal if this team's going to make the playoffs. Number 8. Beans 4-4-5. Beans drops another spot in the rankings after suffering defeat at the hands of Brophy. Beans' bold decision to start an injured Brian Robinson paid off as his goose egg was good enough to outperform Chris Olave's negative 0.5 points on the bench. My gripe with Beans is that he started Pat Freiermuth at tight end. Newsflash, the Muth is not Luth, when he should have started Cole Kmet, not because he had 2 touchdowns, but because he also filled in at long snapper and was nearly perfect with every snap. Everyone knows the long snapper is the key to fantasy football success, so Beans really dropped the ball with that one. But as Beans prepares to leave for South Korea soon, Oliver and I will be monitoring his starting lineup for him prior to kickoff. Number 7. Jerry's daddy, Hunter's team, took the L this week and drops 3 spots in the rankings. Star rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. suffered a concussion early on and really put his team behind the 8 ball. And RB1, Saquon Fartley, stunk this week, scoring just 7 points, leading to defeat. Hunter's got the commissioner on the schedule next. Let's see how he rebounds from this one. Number 6. Quantum Cheeseburger Farewell Tour. Jerry's team snapped the losing streak with a huge win over the Process. Not even Zach Moss's fumble and 0.5 points were able to keep this team from putting up the most points in the league this week. Chris, oh my god, Win used a little grimace black magic to score 35 points on the way to victory. Now 4-2 on the season. I know Jerry stumbled the last couple weeks, but maybe he can channel some of his Mets magic and make a magic run this year. Number 5. The Implication Reunion Tour on hold. My team moves up another spot after winning our third game in a row. Nobody really went off, but most of my guys kind of just did their part, and Tank Dell led the way after finally recovering from being shot in the offseason by putting up 18 points in the flex. Now 4-2 on the season. I know my team doesn't look super strong on paper, and maybe we don't deserve to be 4-2 right now. But my guys are hanging around, they're scrappy, they're not going to go down easy, so we're going to keep doing what we're doing, biding our time until the big dogs, Christian McCaffrey and Cooper Kupp, come back. Number 4, River Riley. Riley talks the talk but could not walk the walk against Oliver this week as his team drops one spot in the rankings. Riley's Packers struggled this week as Josh Jacobs had a mediocre performance and Tucker cracked single digits, turned bad after a couple good weeks. My concerns about this team were real without Rashee Rice. Now 3-3 on the season, I don't see these guys as one of the big dogs in the league anymore. Number 3. When legends rise, Frank the Tank kept his team composed by leading his troops to victory in the game of the week and showing that the lights were not too bright for this team. Najee Harris led the way with a big 20-point game and now winners of 4 in a row. Can this team continue its shocking climb from the basement? Number 2. Brock Bowers, Suplex City. Brad's team won again this week despite playing the Uno reverse card with Drew all day in the group chat. Bijan Mustard Robinson put some sauce on his performance with a nice 2 touchdowns and 25 points to lead the way. And don't Zay Gay Flowers embrace man-to-man coverage as the wide receiver went for 9 catches and 132 yards. Brad's team has now won 5 games in a row and looks like a sure lock for the playoffs. Playoffs, Brad? What? And number 1, Harambe Revenge Tour. Oliver won his 3rd in a row, defeating noted pipsqueak Riley, and stays atop the power rankings for a 3rd straight week. Jordan Lovely led the way with 33 points, and Ray Davis showed he had the juice on Monday Night Football, putting up 18 points to shut the door. Oliver now has a 95% chance to make the playoffs this year. Is this the start of another 9-year playoff streak? And now let's take a look at our Week 7 matchups. Last week I went 4-2 again, and now I'm back to 12-12 on the season, so my picks have been pretty accurate lately, so keep that in mind going forward here. First matchup, we've got the Process taking on Hawk Tua, and I'm going to warn Drew right now, do not start any Patriots or Jaguars, Drew. They are in the London game. If he listens to me, I'm taking Drew. In our next matchup, it's Got That Dog in him taking on Brock Bowers, Suplex City, and I've got to take Brad in this one. He's won 5 in a row, going to be a 20, maybe 30-point favorite in this one. Brad, you're going to get the win. In our next matchup, Poppy's Prized Possession versus River Riley. And I'm going to take Riley's team in this one. Brophy's got CeeDee Lamb and Keenan Allen on the bye. This is not an endorsement of River Riley. I think his team is a little iffy right now, but the bye week is going to kill Brophy this week. Next matchup, When Legends Rise, taking on Beans 445. I'm going to take Beans in this one. My dad's team has been flying high, and I think they come back to earth just a little bit. And Beans is due for a win as well, so I'm going to take Beans in this one. And in our last matchup here, we've got Jerry's daddy taking on my team, the Implication Reunion Tour, on hold. And I was going to take Hunter's team because picking against myself has worked lately, but I just saw on Twitter that Sabrina Carpenter was spotted in public wearing a Jerry's daddy jersey, and she's been terrible luck lately with the Toronto Maple Leafs, Philadelphia Phillies, and most recently the Dallas Cowboys. So this is terrible news for Hunter, and how could I possibly pick him to win this week? I'll take my team for the win. And in the game of the week, we've got a tour battle. Ding, ding, ding. It's Harambe Revenge Tour taking on Quantum Cheeseburger Farewell Tour. Oliver has been red hot atop the league this year, and Jerry is off to a good start as well. Avoided a 3-game losing streak last week with the win, so he's still a threat here. Oliver's strength is his QB. Jordan Love has been great since returning from injury, but his RBs are a little on the weaker side for a team that's 5-1. Jerry, on the other hand, has found some great receivers this year in Chris Godwin and A.J. Brown, but we all know Jerry's weakness is himself. And a wise man once told me you can never pick Jerry in a primetime game. But guess what?
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
Quantum cheeseburger for the win. And that's all I've got for you guys. Thanks again for watching. Let's have a great week. Go Guards!